Are you still fucking recording?
Now it is.
You fucking twat.
Well, there goes that part. There goes that intro.
Hey, you good at ordering pizzas? We want to order.
Hell no, but this we got. He's on it.
Yeah.
Can I have one pizza, please?
Can I have one pizza? 6-inch?
I'll just take a slice.
Can I get French fries and Oreos on mine?
I have some chicken and some Doritos on it, please.
Come on, that's a Mr. Deeds joke, by the way.
Yeah.
So,
trick.
You want to start it or?
Is Rick recording?
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's recording. I don't know where the fuck he's at, but yeah, he's recording. Okay.
This is Dub8. You're listening to La Clika podcast, debuting new music. Ayúdame. Alguien ayúdeme, por favor, no quiero sufrir. De casualidad piensas tú en mí. Dolores profundos no me dejan dormir. Sueños de tu amor yo quiero sentir. Amor, 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 ayúdame. Amor. Ya no es justo esperarte más. Si no estás, no estás. Ya no es justo encontrarte. Si te vas, te vas. Amor. Amor, amor, ayúdame. Amor, 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 ayúdame. Ayúdame a vivir la vida. A conocerte más, a ver la verdad. A conocerte más, a ver la verdad.
Welcome to La Clika podcast. I'm Chris. I'm sitting here with Joel, Bago, and Rick.
What up? What up? What up?
What's up, yo?
What up?
I'll be standing for Rick. Hello. Okay. So that was Rick.
We're very fortunate to have the one, the only Dub8 here on La Clika podcast. Dub8 is one of the hardest working bands in the LA scene today.
Dub8 has been around for over a decade. It takes the best parts of ska, Spanish rock, salsa, and reggae and combines them into a wonderful fusion into something truly original.
It's a tornado of culture and emotion, unlike you've ever heard before.
Yes. So what's up? You guys want to introduce yourself?
Sure. We'll start clockwise, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. I'm Gladys. I play the trumpet.
Yeah.
I'm Daniel. I play guitar.
What's up? I'm Frank. I play the drums.
I'm Rafa, and I sing a little bit, play guitar.
I'm Adrian. I'm on the keys.
Jose on bass.
Yeah. Yeah, we're excited to be here. Thanks for having us. La Clika podcast. One of the best podcasts in LA.
All right, yeah.
Check them out, tune in.
Well, you know what? I feel really truly special that you guys debuted that song for us.
Yeah.
You know, it humbles me, man, when bands come in and they trust us with their new music, and that really humbles me.
Let me tell you something. When I see you guys and I hear you guys take me back. I feel like I'm listening to Malo. I feel like I'm listening to War. I feel like I'm back there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you guys just have that texture, that ambiance, and it totally resonates with me. Tell us about the origin and evolution of Dub8.
Man, this is Rafa. The origin of Dub8. So it started in a garage, bro. It was just a bunch of dudes over a case of Corona. Say, let's jam out, you know? And from 04, it's just evolved into... It's exceeded my expectations and something that I ever thought dude, I'm a garage train type dude, bro. You know what I mean? And to be able to jam with a group of people that are here right now, it's beyond measures, man. It's awesome. I've learned a lot within myself in these past, 6 months than I have in the past 16 years, dude. And it's awesome.
You guys are what I call un remolino de talento.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I describe you guys. You guys are like fucking from Pluto, Neptune, Mars, and fucking Mercury and shit, you know? I'm serious. You guys are out of this world, and combined, you guys are flawless.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thank
you.
I
think we definitely gauge in on that. The energy was definitely there from the moment we walked in here. It was cool, man. It was cool. The lighting, the infrastructure, if you will. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm in Big Bear, bro. There's you know what I mean? This is so cool. It's so cool. It's just so motivating, dude, and it's inspiring. And I'm glad we get to do this on a Friday night because it's very rare with all of our busy schedules that we get to hang out, you know?
Yeah.
Without any pressure, dude. You know, and it's cool. Usually Friday nights, people are just like, I got to pack up, go to a gig, stay in traffic, get there. Oh, sound check. Hey, we want the drink tickets. Where's this? Where's that? Hey, where's the gas? You know what I mean? And it's cool. We get to just hang out, relax, have a couple beers, have some pizza, jam out, and just chill on a Friday night, dude.
You know, it's awesome just to have a night off to just get together like this.
Absolutely.
And I'm so stoked that we got a full house today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody everybody ended up making it, man. What's up, Frank? How you feeling, man? Let's get everybody gauged in.
Good, man. Fucking yeah. I think just feeding off of what Rafa been saying. The band's been together. The band started in 2004. I joined in 2011, and I think everybody else kind of came in within the last few years and past few months with Daniel and Jose, and the band has just fucking evolved, bro, to something that's it's just amazing to see the progression of the music and how honed in everybody is with especially these two guys are fucking monsters, bro. And I've known these guys for a long time,
You talk about Daniel and Jose,
yeah,
right?
Daniel and Jose.
Because they don't see this on the podcast.
That's right. Yeah, so, and I grew up, in high school, we're from Linwood, and the music scene, we were playing back in the days, playing backyard parties, and just to be able to reconnect with these guys again is just, it's beyond amazing, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is January, by the way. But the weirdest thing is, we've all played in bands, and the craziest thing is about growing up and seeing the potential in other instruments or instrumentalists, other musicians and stuff, and just seeing like, damn, this guy's badass. You know what I mean? And then that's it. We all grow up, we all do our own thing, and then it's a really it's a trip to like come back 15 years later and be like, oh shit, I remember this dude. We used to play gigs together, but we never played together. You know what I mean? So to finally come back to that, it's awesome. It's an awesome experience.
It's a full circle, and being able to just play music all these years and sticking to it, because there's tons of people in the high school that they pick up the guitar and then they put it back down.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, well, any given instrument, they were whatever chosen instrument at the time, and to have just people like everybody just continue with the music, it's awesome.
Right.
And their evolution, their maturity as comes as musicianships.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's the key term right there is maturity.
Yeah, for sure. No, but in all seriousness, though, it's been truly, like, even jamming with these guys, it's been a real humbling experience. Even working, or playing music, something that I'm not used to, my background is a little bit more like, classical or, fusion rock, that kind of stuff. And then to do something like this completely different, it challenges me in different ways, playing pocket, playing rhythm, adding more taste and color into the music. I mean, you should always do that, but it's just a different medium. You know what I mean? It's a different type of character for the style of music, and just to see what everyone else contributes to the band, it's an awesome thing. It's fun, and I think it's very noticeable when you see us perform. It's kind of weird. It's all good vibes. Like you can see. Me feeding off of Rafa, or all of us. We're always making eye contact. We're always checking if everyone's on point, but in a good way, not like in a way where we're just trying to catch the negative. It's all positive. Like, oh shit, yeah, I caught you right here. Like, all right, we're in sync. You can see the waves. You can see the brain waves kind of sinking in, and that's the most awesome thing about playing with these guys.
Yeah, this is Jose. The bass player. Yeah, but to tag on to that, I think it's my background too is like mostly rock, mostly I did a little bit of orchestral playing, playing in orchestras and shit, and playing a lot of jazz. But I got to say that I was pretty intimidated when I first was asked to audition for this band, because I didn't grow up playing any reggae or any ska or anything like that. The Latin stuff, I got really into that during school. But yeah, I was really intimidated. I'm actually humbled to be in this band too, because it's a learning experience for me. I'm not used to it, and so I hopefully am sharing my knowledge, but just as much as I'm sharing mine, I'm gathering yours. And on top of that, I think part of the other thing that's really gelling with the band is just not our stage performance, but just recently, I think our music writing has really kind of come together, where everybody's adding their input. Everybody's has an ear for this or is hearing that, and then is able to communicate that to one another, and people can kind of make it manifest right there on the spot, which is kind of beautiful. It's kind of awesome that it's very rare that you get a group of people who are really in sync like that. Mm-hmm. So this has actually been quite a blessing.
I could tell. I could see on your music, man. It's very everybody's in sync. Somehow you guys just vibe with each other. It's watching you guys earlier, man. It was just amazing. Describe like how you guys come up with it. Like how you guys start the song. How you guys start a song?
Adrian, hone in on that. I'm gonna introduce y'all to Adrian. This guy's the youngest dude in the band.
I'm Adrian.
He's
I played my first real gig with these guys.
He's been 18 for like 5 years.
I was 15 years old. Yeah, I'm 18. And I was filling in on bass. And I didn't even own a bass, but it worked out anyways. Sometimes you start out with a game plan, and it just like builds and builds and builds and builds, and sometimes the whole band's just farting around, and someone plays one thing, it's like, hey, do that again,
fart again,
and then exactly, and then poof, and the song comes out.
Diarrhea.
Dude, I kid you not. When you walked into the door, I was like, ¿Quién es este pinche chamaco?
He's like, hey, it's my brother, man. I gotta bring him in. I think Jose's used to that.
My mom's gonna take him.
You know what? I'll tell you this. One of the things that I noticed, having, seen you guys many times over and over, you guys have evolved musically, and you've had, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. A few lineup changes.
Yeah, quite a few lineup changes. Right.
You guys just sound better and better, and even more diverse, and it sounds amazing. I mean,
thank you, man.
What is it that what is your blueprint, so to speak, as far as how it is that you manage this band to continue to succeed in the future?
Communication skills and tonality, brother.
Oh shit. Yeah. That's for sure. It's the hardest thing to deal with. Yeah, but it's just, you know what? Really, what it comes down to, dude, is just being honest with it. You know what I mean? And you know what? Sometimes we all have ego. You know what I mean? We all do. It's natural. It's something that we all live with. We're all part of. And when it comes to writing music and songwriting, all that stuff, songwriting, your parts, all that shit, yeah, it's there, but you got to know how to keep that shit on check, because what's the most important thing is the music. It's not yourself. You know what I mean? And you got to be able to take yourself away from that and really focus on the music. If you can do that, then you can create some really good stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It goes far beyond image and looking cute and just dressing the part and getting baby gapped out. That's cool. You know what I mean?
Baby gap. I like that. I'm going to have to use that shit.
But really, man, how many times, we've all have seen it, where people look the part, they play the part, but at the end of the day, dude, it looks like they're just going through the motions. It looks like they don't want to be there, dude. And I think we all know people like that.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I've said it before, and a lot of musicians, a lot of bands out there, they play, like you said, through the motions, and they don't do things that serve the song.
Right.
And when I hear this new song that's called
Ayúdame, help me.
Ayúdame.
Yeah, Ayúdame.
Yeah. It's just well blended. It's just like a really balanced song, and it just wonderfully composed.
Yeah, thanks, man. Everybody had an input, and we literally just finalized it. He got the gist of it tonight, literally, bro, like last week. And,
Tuesday.
And wow. I'm very proud of it. I'm proud of these guys. I'm proud. I like to be a team, like a team player, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people, automatically, this guy, he sings lead singer. I don't really like that term, man. It's kind of weird, bro, for me, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I like attention. We all like attention, the right kind of attention, right? But there's just certain terms that just have like a negative connotation. You got to really just watch. It's very sensitive. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I'm an interpretation. When people see us that have never seen us before, they're like, all right, what's up with this, dude? So, if I show up acting all bougie and just not on point or just sloppy, bro, it's a misinterpretation of these guys, dude. You know what I mean? And by the time the unit that's here now, granted, there's members that have done a lot, and that are not here, that will be here, and all that fun stuff, dude. I think it's I think Dub8 has been the best it's ever been, dude, ever, bro. And from the last original member, dude, in the band, it is awesome. It feels so good, dude. It feels so good to be able to just be, just like a podcast, right? You're in a podcast, right? Or just having a business, dude. You want to be in a business with somebody that you consider family. There's no pressure, dude. There's no pressure, and that's what I love about this. I don't have to worry about, like, this cat's gonna get fucked up. This person's gonna get offended. I gotta worry about your feelings. Fuck, I gotta hear that, dude. Why do I gotta fucking check an older ass man, dude? Like, why? You know what I mean, dude?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And it's just, it burns me out to have to be that dude, and not just me, it's anybody, right? Like, it just sucks to have to tell, like, anybody that you love, like, hey, bro, da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, fuck, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been seeing you guys for 9-10 years, so I seen the evolution up to this point. And yeah, I could see that the stage presence has improved, your vocals have improved, and the song composition has improved. You guys are doing more original music, which I'm really excited about.
You know what I think about when I think about Dub8? I think about pasión. Mm-hmm. That's what I think about. Because you guys have so much passion, and you guys just gel and jive so well, and it's unlike anything else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in terms of what you were talking about earlier, this is Gladys. Yeah, we're not here to fuck around. Everyone's here really serious, and we're giving it our all, and that is what you see coming through with all the passion in what we do and making the music and being true to what everyone knows as Dub8, you know?
Yeah, this is Jose. I think part of it is a perfect storm here. I think everybody here is tired of the bullshit. You know, tired of fucking hurt feelings, like Rafa was saying. It's just about music. It's about playing. You know what I mean? Like, it's just getting up there, doing your thing, doing what you love to do, regardless if you get paid or not or whatever. It's just really, really, truly about the love of what you do and the music and your instrument and connecting with people on a very different level that you can't normally connect with. You know, music has that thing that I don't know what you call it, but you can just express something that is not spoken. So I think it's just a matter that, again, everybody here is just tired of the bullshit, tired of playing games with people. We're here. We're gonna do music. We're gonna do music together, and let's just do it. Yeah. Fuck all the bullshit, right?
Yeah.
What I love about your music is that your music touches everybody. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what creed, race, religion, whatever the fuck. You touch everybody. And, you know, they say music is a universal language. But you guys have a unbelievable chemistry that you just pierce right through people and you just captivate people. And I think that's a very special talent.
The one thing I wanted to ask you, and I've always wanted to ask you, this mixture that you have, this fusion of all these styles, like a listener could be in the crowd and not like any of these styles of music and be a fan of you guys. How did you come up with that?
For me, it happened when I was 16 years old, bro. At the Glass House in Pomona, bro. It was my first paid concert that I went to, besides the swap meet, because growing up, bro, we used to go to this fiesta swap meet right in Pico Rivera, and there was bandas, and I was like, oh, shit. And I just naturally jived to that shit, bro. Stood there eating my nachos and fucking like Sour Patch fucking, you know, everything that was bad for you, dude. I was there, dude. I was just like, fuck. Me fascinaba. I was fascinated with it, bro. I loved it. The whole song and dance and movement, and I was like, dude. You know what I mean? I was just drawn to it, dude, naturally as a kid. My parents were music lovers, and family members played music, and I was always surrounded. I'm sure we all were, you know? Yeah, man, I was at the Glass House. I saw Oso Motley, bro, for the first time ever, and it changed my life, dude. And those guys, I could probably give those guys a lot of credit, because we all have a lot of different, you know, loves of music, you know, like Banda Machos. That's where the ska comes from. I was like, oh, it's cool, you know. But Oso Motley really did it for me, dude. Really did it for me. And this band has played Dub8, you know, has played with Oso Motley back in the day, but not with this lineup, bro. And it's gonna happen. They're gonna dig it. We're gonna collaborate. We're in the same circle. We all have the same friends. It's just a matter of time. Astro, you hear me? Let's do this. Dub8's coming, baby. Yeah, that's what did it for me, man. The rest of the crew, I'm sure they want to share, you know, their background.
Yeah, I mean, I think because Rafa set the tone for everybody, and I think the vision of the band is Reggae-sol ska. So if you ever hear, he always throws that out. Hey, this is Dub8 Reggae-sol ska. And between those three genres, it kind of blends what we do, right? Reggae, soul being the Latin, the fusion, and the ska, right? We blend those three together, and that's kind of the vision of the band that he kind of started, and we kind of continue with that. But now with the new elements coming in, the jazz parts are coming in, and it's just awesome. I think we have a foundation, and now we're building upon that Reggae-sol ska theme, and he kind of built that, and we're just kind of, continuing.
You guys are the answer for when people say that there's no good music, there's no original music, because by combining all these genres, you are creating something completely original, and that is amazing.
Yeah, and not to take any credit for any bands that are out there that we jam with, bro. They're awesome. Most of them, we know them. We're affiliated with them, and we're just a driving force of inspiration, bro. And we all take from each other, bro. Like Coltrane and Miles Davis, they were all homies back in the day, dude. We were talking about, the Motown cats, bro, the other day, and we were just hanging. It's just they all lived together, bro, and it's kind of like us, dude. And we're in like a 10-mile radius of a bunch of monsters, bro. We know a lot of people that are touring right now, man, and it's cool. We're in the same circle, and we know we're just a phone call away, bro. You know, but right now we're in the lab and we're stirring up some shit, the cure for cancer, dog. You already know. You know what I mean? That musical cancer, we got what you need, man. And you know, Dub8's coming hard and heavy. You know, it's not so much. It's all about patience. You know, we're not in a hurry, and I think we have deadlines, but we're not in a hurry. You know what I mean? And I think that's very important. We all live our lives that way, and it's cool. You know, me on a personal level, I really connect with these cats independently in their own ways, and it's awesome, man. It's awesome. Everybody's driving to do better. They want to do better for themselves, for their people, bro. And I'm like, fuck. It's awesome, man. It's definitely made me a better human being, bro. You know what I mean? And it's all positivity, bro. A lot of people take that like, oh, dude, positivity, you're a hippie. No, man, it really comes down to just, fuck, dude, don't be a dick. Be nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just like science, man. The right force is gonna meet the right force. You come hard, you're gonna fucking get hit just as hard, if not harder, man. You know, so I've learned, man. I've learned. Luckily, man, I've learned, you know, from just having older buddies of mine and just siblings, and I was like, fuck. I learned what not to do really quick, you know, and just having a group of people that you get to share that with, man. And you know, we walk in, bro, and go to work, and it's cool. We, you know, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. All right, let's get it started. All right, cool. We don't have to worry about vices, anybody fucking acting stupid, getting, you know what I mean? All that shit's not even. And it took almost like 15 years for me to like finally be like, damn. You know, nothing to take away, bro, from other people. It's just, you know what I mean? Sometimes you know what you can handle and what you can't, man. You know, and
That's right.
And it's like, hey. We all gotta eat. Let's, you know, nobody eats for free, dog. You know, follow up with Daniel. I know I cut you off, dog.
No. Go ahead, man. You're talking.
It's okay to cut off Daniel.
Yeah, these podcast sessions are really cool, man. I'm a podcast fanatic myself, dude. I'm just like, oh, that's so cool. And you guys have it set up. Fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, this is really dope.
I'm telling y'all. Yeah. Hey, you guys listening?
Can you say that a little better for we're going to do a sound clip of you saying that.
Oh, man. This is one of LA's hottest podcasts, La Clika podcast. Any of you bands want to, you know, do some stuff, you know, on media? Come here, man. The vibe here it's legit. It's cool. It's positive. It's no pressure. And it sounds great in here, man. These guys are accommodating. And thank y'all for having us.
And you're very welcome, sir.
Welcome. Glad you like it.
And by that same token, that's what helps us kind of just mellow out and just kind of play music better. You know what I mean? Just the vibe. You know, overall.
It's all about the vibe. I'm a big firm believer of the vibe. Yeah. If your mojo isn't right, I mean, you're not gonna open up. You're not gonna talk. You're not gonna play well.
Yeah.
It's all about good vibes.
People read that.
And honestly, man, there's just so much bullshit and negativity like outside, you know.
So draining.
You know, there'd be times like literally, like I'm being honest, you know, like there'd be times like, fuck, okay, I gotta go to rehearsal right now, get my shit together, all right. Then you know, you get out of rehearsal and you realize how productive it was and how it just kind of heals you. You know what I mean? In that positive way, you know what I mean? You go home realizing, fuck, it was worth it. Like you as a person, you know what I mean? As an individual who has to deal with fucking
life
and all its bullshit.
Yeah, like 9 to 5, you know what I mean? I don't see these people all the time, but when we're there, we're creating something. You come out of that shit changed, you know. You're just
I have to agree with you. There's times when I leave work and I'm like, I can't take this shit no more.
Exactly, man.
I go into the studio, I'm like, no, I'm good now.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
You know,
it was so crazy.
Yeah,
we were
therapeutic.
Yeah. And even doing this, I mean, this is my second bat. I mean, I don't know how you guys are gonna do your thing, but you know, we did our podcast. Jose and I did last week, and we were just talking about how it was awesome just talking with you guys and just doing this, you know what I mean? This is just a different, I remember coming in, I was like, man, I'm not really good at this shit, I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna listen to you motherfuckers talk, that's it, you know what I mean? But at the end, everyone's engaged, everyone's talking, and you get to feel, you get to get a lot of shit off your chest, whether it's good, bad. At the end of the day, it's a stress relief, and I can see why you guys are doing this. You know what I mean? And that's the beautiful thing about it.
That's what we do. I mean, everything we talk about in this podcast is about music.
Yeah.
We listen to music, but it's nothing like talking about it.
Yeah,
and that's what it's about.
We're big supporters, and we want to show people that there's music out there that's good. We want to showcase everybody because we're big fans of music first and foremost. Before we were musicians, before we were sons, daughters, or whatever, we were fans of music. We're lovers of music, of all music. From Bach to hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So, and we decided that we love music. Why don't we help it out? We got to do our part.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be like one of those helpy videos on Facebook where they, hey, look, I just bought this guy a big double. I changed his life. No.
And then you know what? And then after you give your spiel, it says, the more you know.
Have the side guitar. At the end of the day, it's not about us. It's about you guys.
Yeah.
It's about the music.
But it's not even about us. It's what we were talking about with healing and music. It's therapy. I mean, we really hope that comes across to our fans and just people who appreciate music. So, to me, we love playing music. I love playing music, but with this band, especially with Dub8, I've grown a lot. I've been with the band for almost 5 years. I realize now I'm like it's like taking a step back and how do I serve other people who are like, man, like I really needed this, and I'm like, oh shit. So I had to like kind of step out of that and like it's a service, man. It's a service that we fucking provide to people.
I'll tell you that's absolutely right, because we've been at your shows when you're providing this service and ain't no motherfucker sitting down. Everybody's dancing, everybody's moving, all the chicks are moving their hips, all their dudes are spinning around their women, and everybody's fucking happy. The environment is excellent, and it's just a fucking frenzy, and it's because you guys create that. You bring it, you fucking connect with us on a fucking like electric level and shit,
man.
I always said that you guys could play in a Turkish prison and you have those motherfuckers dancing.
Oh fuck, you guys can go fucking play in Madagascar and shit, dude, and have motherfuckers dancing.
Isn't that elephants and shit?
Yeah, isn't that what Rick said, that this group is good for a beheading? He's like, you guys can just turn everything around, man. You guys make everybody happy. I mean, I get happy, man, every time I hear you guys. I mean, it was just an experience earlier when I was hearing you guys, man. I just, took the moment in, just...
thanks,
wow,
man.
Thank you. Got a little choky, and I was listening to you. I was like, wow, dude, this is good stuff, man.
Why you crying?
Pretty good shit. No, seriously, it was good
Thanks,
stuff,
man.
Yeah, and I had to, like, tell everybody, like, I was seriously just letting people know, like, yo, you guys got to listen, tune in when we put this podcast up, because you guys going to be blowing the fuck away.
It's good stuff, man. It's like, it's cool music about love, bro. Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, like, fuck, be nice, dude. Don't be a fucking dick. You know what I mean? And you can say that nicely, like, just tonality, bro. It's everything. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I used to have really big, fuck, dude. I used to be subscribed to the Snickers catalog.
The owl has his talons around the microphone. He wants to say something. Say something, owl.
It's your turn.
Where's the pizza?
I was thinking the same thing.
This is where the pizza's at.
The delivery never went through.
Dude, I'm still trying,
That
man.
was on 2 cheese.
Fuck
Rick,
it. Let's take this Zoom to Mr. Lee's.
I'm down, dude. Hey, dude, I heard about that shit. I heard it's good. So.
No, what I want to say about your band is you guys actually have a passion that I haven't seen before. When I went to your show, like the first 2 times, I was like, it's not a job to you guys. You guys are actually out there putting it. Gladys is moving.
Yeah,
she's out there moving, dude. She's like fucking swinging her hips and everything.
Yeah, man.
It's actually a relief to see somebody having fun up there, dude. The last few bands I've seen, it's like a job, and they're like, fuck, 15 more minutes. Fuck, let's get out of here, dude. You guys actually enjoyed it to the very last second.
Yeah.
Dude, for Rick to fucking say that and to like something is a lot.
Yeah, man.
It is.
Because Rick doesn't like too many things.
All right, I'm off the mic now.
Hey, with that being said, brother, I think the fact that everybody here is successful, they have their career set. I think that's very important, man. That's very important. It's something to be said, Don't even trip. You're getting there, dog, Shit. Hey, dude, 19? 19 years old, bro. At 19 years old, I wish I was exposed to the shit that he's exposed to, and that's cool, man.
It's a good education.
It's good education.
It's
I haven't been around for too long, but I'm really glad that my first like real band experience where I get to like work and create something and meet all these people and all the networking. I'm glad it's, you know.
My
been with
shoelaces
these
are
guys.
22 years old.
Dude, my trumpet is older than you, man.
Damn.
I've had that shit since 1995, yo.
What year were you born?
98.
Jeez.
Damn. I'm sorry, guys.
Shit's dated all of us.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Dude,
Sorry.
you're not gonna get this taught in college at all.
Not at all.
But
life
your
skills, man.
Your chops are at a 40-year-old level, you know.
Oh, yeah, man.
Well, this fucking dude can play everything, man. That's
Everything,
crazy.
dude. He's bad. He's like a virtuoso,
Yeah.
and it's cool, man. I think personality and class has a lot to be said. You know what I mean? And when you hang around the right people, bro, the right things happen, dude. Quickly.
Mm-hmm. And it's you guys are living proof. It doesn't matter how old you are or how young you are. I mean, age range doesn't mean jack shit.
Exactly.
It's just the chemistry.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know, you guys are such a diverse group, and you guys are living proof of that. You know?
Yeah, and we're all also involved in other, you know, things musically, which is cool, man. There's no restrictions and there's no pressure. And I think when the music comes out, like, we're still gauging in on songwriting, bro. Like, we just recently, bro, started being like, yeah, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
this is so quick, and it's awesome for me, bro, because I'm saying motherfucker came out of the garage and shit, so I'm just like, I'm a visual, dog. You know what I mean? Like, don't show me your padlock security, dog, because I'll fucking, you know, I'll remember that shit. You know, it's like pie, fool. You know,
But you got your energy right, and knowing this from playing years of gigs, the crowd will feel it. I mean, they don't have to see it. I mean, they don't even have to notice it's there. I mean, if your fucking energy's wrong, you're gonna feed that off to the crowd. But if your energy's right, you're gonna rock that fucking crowd. You know?
yeah, man. I get happy. Like, one of my happiest moments is when we see people at the merch table buying our shit. I'm like, yeah, dog.
How do you guys feel when you got fans coming up to you saying, "Oh my God, you guys are fucking phenomenal"? How does that make you feel?
It's awesome. It feels good, but we can't also, me especially, we can't forget at the end of the day, bro, that it's you got to take it in, but not take it in too much.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you got to remember, a lot of these people,
Not let it
man,
get to
they're
your
fucking
head.
hammered, or
Yeah.
you don't know if they're coming from a musical. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's cool. It's cool to be a badass, but always, you better check yourself, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They buy you a beer.
Yeah, man. And it's cool. We always talk about that. We always communicate. I think we communicate very well as a band. Our communication skills are on point. We talk about real shit. Real shit. How are we going to, you know, how can we be better effective in the rehearsal room as opposed to just coming in and just jacking off on our instrument because I had a shitty day and let's me. You know what I mean?
That's important, man.
Yeah, man.
Having that communication. And you know what? The maturity to understand that. You know what? We all got our own lives aside from this,
Yeah, don't bring
separate
your
from
bullshit
this. You know what?
Yeah.
And okay, I had a fucked up day. Now I'm going with my extended family, and you know they know me. They're gonna pick up on something, and you know we have to squash that shit right off the bat so that we can have a great musical experience.
Should be a release.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It takes a lot of maturity to know, hey, dude, I know you're having a bad day, but you know what? Don't even worry about it. Let's fucking belt this shit out, dude. And you know what? Let's fucking make music. You know, music. I don't know. For me, I can say that music fucking cures everything, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
It cures all your fucking ailments, all your woes, your sadness, your depression. You know, I don't know.
You don't need a therapist.
It's a driving force. It's powerful. You know,
It's an
powerful.
audible
Totally is.
Prozac. That's what it is. It's
Yeah,
audible
it is.
Prozac.
Yeah, you better patent that shit, dude.
But I just want to say something. I think I got the receipt at home. It was August 13, 1996. I bought my shoelaces. Bro. It was at the Compton Fashion Center. I remember that.
Yeah, man.
See, I don't even know what that is.
It's a Walmart now, but you see the Compton Fashion Center.
It's like the equivalent of a piojito, bro. A piojito, and you guys don't know what a piojito is, bro. The swap meet, the piojito. Fuck, that old, I'm that fucking old. Hey, mom, ¿dónde vamos? Al piojito.
Okay.
For you that don't know, that means lice.
Or flea market.
For you guys that can't see me, I'm fucking Asian and shit. I didn't grow up speaking Spanish.
Why is this dude talking about lice? What does that have to do with anything?
I say I'm American. I'm an American Indian. You better jump on that shit. I know that shit. Especially hanging around with these cats, you know.
No, I mean, yeah, obviously I didn't grow up speaking Spanish, but like, I sing in Spanish now, and I was like, fuck, what the fuck are we singing? I'm like, all right, cool. Now I know, but I didn't used to.
How do you feel? How do you feel coming into this?
It's been a ride, man. It's been awesome. It's been really, these guys are not only some of the best musicians, they're just fucking cool ass cats too.
I'll tell you, because your singing is on point, man, and it
means a lot, man. Thank you.
You can't tell that you're not Latina. I'll tell you this right now. Whoever's gonna listen to this and listen to the music that's gonna be on this, they're unless you say it like you just did. Nobody's gonna know that you're Asian.
I just found out.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know. Honestly, I was looking at you and I'm like, she looks Asian, but she's probably from Michoacan.
In another life and shit.
You know?
Yeah.
You know?
I was just told that.
Parece indita. You know?
As far as I was just told that. As far as your singing goes, you're the Asian Selena. Is that what that means?
Yeah, all right. Well, fucking, I'll take that, I guess. Shit.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so you guys are in the studio. You guys been recording for a bit, right?
So we've been. What's up, Frank? You want to mash on that?
Yeah, Frank, man, you're just too quiet, man.
Yeah, we've been working, man. We so at my pad, we have a studio there. So pretty much at my house, I have a setup where I've got a soundproof room. So we go to like 2 a.m. sometimes, and the neighbors don't know. You know, I've got everything mic'd up, and
legit.
We just, as soon as we get in that studio, I hit record, and I mean we're recording hours. Every time we get in there, we're recording something, and that's how things are like manifesting. You know, like we're playing, and a lot of times we're fucking around while these guys are setting up, and something comes out, you know, and that's how we go back and we dissect our music after every rehearsal. I upload it on Dropbox, Google Drive. Everybody has access to it. We get together the next time, and we're like, hey, you know what, this was cool. Let's work on this, and we, you know, we're trying to be efficient with our rehearsals, and we're like pre-producing right now, I guess you could say. So this song that, you know, this Ayúdame song just got finalized this week. So we want to go into the studio and actually record it, lay it down, and put it out, you know.
So you're writing as well as recording at the same time? You're just evolving that way?
Yep, that's what we're doing, man.
Yeah, Frank's a man, though. He's quick. Yeah.
The consummate professional, man. That's fucking awesome. That's amazing.
I mean, that's what, like, I think this group right here, like, everybody's like professional, bro, and I think that's we hold each other to that standard, you know, because we're grown ass people already, man, and even this, I mean, he's fucking 19, but he's a, you know, grown ass man.
He's really 50.
He has an old soul.
Yeah, exactly. So and that's what it's about. I mean, it was cool because at the end of the year we got together and we actually did like a recap. We're like, damn, what did we do this year? And we did a lot of shit last year, man. We played a lot of cool shows. We played with some of the bands that we grew up listening to, man, like Anti-Doping, bro. We played with Anti-Doping. These guys are from Mexico City.
Awesome.
You know, we opened up for those guys.
Cultura Profética.
Cultura Profética. These guys are from Puerto Rico.
You guys play with Tierra?
We haven't done
That's
Tierra in a
next,
while.
man.
That's
And we gotta
line that one up.
Because those motherfuckers are always local and shit. Whittier and all that shit, you know?
Yeah, we gotta plug with that. We gotta plug with those guys. Yeah, we're planning a a birthday bash in May, but we'll talk about that a little later.
Yeah.
Who is it that you guys want to play with? Like, who else? Right now, if you were to name somebody and we can contact them.
Gondwana,
Yeah, Gondwana would be cool.
Los Gafres.
Shit, everybody in the anybody, you know, in like Latin America, we want to travel.
I
man.
told you, you're from Michoacan, dude.
No accent, bro.
I know, man.
Yeah, it'd be cool to play with even some of the Marley names, man. It'd be awesome to be to have that crossover. You know what I mean? Being from Los Angeles and having just different backgrounds, bro. I think it's great. I think that's what not only reggae but Latin music. That's what good music, like a good caldo, is all about. A mixture of different things, you know, a broth, vegetables, some meat, some this, some of that, and you throw a little bit of spices, bro. You know what I mean? It goes a long way.
Throwing a tamal here and there.
Yeah.
Capirotada.
Yeah, I think it's cool, man. Some of the bands that we talked about playing with, you know, even a while back, shit, it happened, bro, this past year, dude. Quick, right? It happened so quick. We're like, whoa. So I think at this point it's all about getting content, getting music. We have merch. We stepped up our merch game, bro. We recapped and we did a spreadsheet. You know, pros and cons. What can we do better? And the way we really went about it is trying to stay positive. You know, point out some negatives, not so much negatives like pointing fingers, but what can we do better to get where we need to be.
Okay, speaking of merch, are you guys gonna do just a digital download, or are you gonna have an actual physical CD that people could purchase?
You know, we talked about that. It'd be cool because everything's all online now. But it'd be cool to have, you know, there are some old school people that still buy CDs, but we talked about getting some vinyl, man.
Some 45s, dog. Some of these.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm
Because
talking
that shit's coming back. It's been around. You know, tapes are coming back too. I don't know if we do tapes though. You know what I mean?
No, vinyl lasts forever, bro. Vinyl lasts forever.
They'll be spinning your shit.
Adrian doesn't even know what a tape is.
Yes, I do.
He never owned a Walkman.
Tape?
When you said vinyl, Bago jumped up like a meerkat. He's like, oh yeah, vinyl.
I collected. I played.
First
That's what I
car had
played for
a
you
tape
guys,
player.
man.
Yeah,
For you guys, I brought
great.
something for flavor, you know,
Yeah,
for
it's
bringing in
awesome.
the vibe, and you know, saying that'll be definitely. I would purchase it immediately, man. If you guys had a vinyl out there,
Yeah.
some 45, like you said, some limited edition.
We'll bring you the first one, bro. Fresh out
Thank
the
you, man.
print.
Thank you, man. I would
real.
love it.
You know what? Just like how the old, you know, like the reggae scene back in Jamaica, how they would melt, press, play, melt, press, play. That was just like the old school.
And get those, you know, those colored ones, you know, some blue ones, or some
There you go.
red ones.
I
That'll
can-
be some crazy shit.
I
right
can
there,
see
bro.
some fucking, you know, Las Vegas DJ mixing your shit into contemporary stuff
yeah.
that's out there. Right
Oh,
now.
Of course. Yeah, it's a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. At the end of the day, it's just people look, you know, the music will be there. But the people are going to be like, you know, talent buyers or just other bands are going to be like, are these cats easy to work with or are they fucking assholes?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it comes down to, right? It's just
That's what
that
it's all
first
about.
impression, man.
Yeah.
You know, this dude was fucked up. This cat was, It's just, you know, and it all comes with maturity, you know? Like, fuck, I've been that dude in the past, you know what I mean? But I was a kid, you know, I was a dumbass. Like, you know, we all make dumbass, you know, choices. Now, if I did that now in my 30s, that'd be kind of like, hey, homie, so I was scared.
You gotta
That shit don't fly, dog.
Yeah.
That ain't cool,
Yeah, it all comes out.
you know?
And your music does show maturity too, man. You guys,
oh, man.
everything was like I
Oh,
said,
man.
man. You guys got down, and it
Yeah,
shows it right there.
I think the next wave that's gonna hit, man, which is I think right now that indie wave is hitting pretty hard. Chicano Batman and all those cats. I see a lot of enough bands in the scene. They're slowly starting to do that psychedelic. All right, I see where you're going with it. You know, it's cool. I want to just showcase everybody in here, man, because everybody's badass, dude. Everybody's badass. We all have different backgrounds, which is great. You know what I mean? And like I said, we all have other things, you know, in the mix. Play different instruments, and it's awesome. You know what I mean?
I think good artists are always a bilingual. You know, either they're writers and musicians, they're painters and musicians, they're painters and writers. You know, good artists are always bilingual. They have that extra talent because they have to find different outlets to express
You
themselves.
have to, bro. That's how you build life skills, man. I work in education, man, and you see a lot of the parents' side just by watching their kids. At least I do. You know, certain behaviors.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that's for sure.
Little kids don't pick up on they pick up on a lot of behaviors, you know.
But on a subconscious level.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think with that, you got to approach music and just people like that in general as well. Like there's always something behind the scenes.
Yeah.
What's really going down, you know? And me, I used to be very impulsive, dude. Like, no, fuck that, you know what I mean? And man, I ate a lot of Snickers. You know?
Remember that fucking Snickers commercial, bro? Yeah. We used to carry Snickers, bro, because this food fucking.
It satisfies.
You know?
We used to.
But it was just on system overload, bro. I was, had a lot of shit going on. I wasn't effective in my time management, and that can be said with anybody, bro. Like that, everybody has their things that they deal with differently, you know. And fuck, man, some of these cats have kids, bro. You know what I mean? So to be able to come back in a room, like from our busy schedule, to still take, we're going to say 2 hours, but it really turns into like sometimes 3, maybe 3.5, to do something extracurricular. We're not guaranteed anything, bro. Like
absolutely not.
It's like we do it because, some shit obviously we're music lovers and music makers, and it's something that we need. It's a release. You know what I mean? But we're not guaranteed shit, man.
Yeah. I was thinking about that the other day. I mean, yeah, some of you guys have tiny babies. Daniel, your daughter just turned 1. I was like, fuck, man. Like, I thought about that. It's not something I take for granted for any of you guys, That's your daughter's first year of life. And you're doing this, with us.
You're fucking
while
up.
you're doing that,
You're doomed.
It's
you're
like,
doomed.
Like that's time you're never gonna get back. But like that's how much you believe in this, and I'm like, fuck, that to me, that's humbling. I don't take any of what y'all are putting in.
Just
for
remember,
no, honestly, like it means a lot. Like, and I'm speaking for myself, but I know I know Frank understands the way he understands. It's a hard thing, you know what I mean, to do that, and it's really appreciated when people understand that, you know what I mean. It goes a long way. The most important thing, I mean, besides my daughter, of course, which I love to death, you know what I mean, I'd give up anything for her, is like for sure it's like the love of the music, you know what I mean. That's what keeps me here, you know what I mean. And there's time, there's the way I build my relationship with her, you know what I mean. So I make sure that there's time for her, you know what I mean, and that this is, even though it's an extracurricular activity for me, I hope that she understands that, it's about like the passion of stuff, like what you love, what you enjoy, and sometimes you have to get it. It's not a sacrifice. I don't look at it as a sacrifice. She's there, I'm there. I'm Mr. Mom in the morning, you know what I mean. I put her first, you know what I mean, and then everything else that I do in the night is like me, like what I have to do. So so it's kind of a weird thing. It's appreciated from the band members. I understand that they see that, and that's what keeps me driven. Like that's what keeps me doing what I do, as long as it's reciprocated back, as long as the feeling is good. When I go into a session, it doesn't ever feel like it's wasted. You know what I mean? And I think maybe if I've came into a situation where I'm feeling like, fuck, what am I doing here? You know what I mean? Then it's not as justifiable. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I should just be going home and being with my family. But the fact that I cut time and I spend time with her in the morning, do that kind of stuff, and then live my life as a musician in the night is it all kind of plays itself out.
Yeah,
I see what I see just by you saying everything that you just said right now and me observing you.
Yeah.
What you're translating to me, okay, is that you and then your daughter and then there's love and then the conduit for everything else is music.
Exactly.
And
for sure.
It's just amazing.
I mean, dude, honestly, like I think the way I think about it is that's the tie-in for everything. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
I have to agree with you.
Yeah, music is going to be the thing that bridges her education. It's going to be the thing that develops her. You know what I mean? So I literally make it a point. I don't expect for her to become a musician. The musician's life is hard, man. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Fucking A. Yeah, and, we're all. I think we're all students in music.
And I wouldn't want that for her, but the thing that I do want for her is a musical education, to know who, like Miles Davis is, to know who, Stravinsky, like You know, to know who Bob Marley is, to know who's, you know, the Police, everything, anything. You know what I mean?
And on top of that,
Yeah.
you know, telling her how these people made you feel,
Yeah.
and inspired you,
Yeah.
and have driven you to
Yeah.
what you've done in your life.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
you
for sure.
share that with her. I think it's gonna have that much more of you know, of substance and meaning.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I can
agree.
Yeah, I can only tell you, I hope that she is and will become one. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be her thing. You know what I mean? But as long as she has, you know, as long as she's educated in that sense, it's not being offered at schools. I mean, at least, you know, it's a slow process. It's starting to happen now. You know what I mean? But it still has a long way to go. I mean, if you think about it, back in the past, dude, like kids were required to know solfege. You know what I mean? To be able to sing like, you know, like do re mi fa, you know, like that all that shit. You know,
yeah.
even though I did a horrible job of singing that, maybe Adrian should have done that. But still, the fact is that kids, you know, there was a requirement. Kids had to know all that stuff, and sadly, that's shit that's not being taught anymore. You know what I mean? And this stuff, music education, music history, you know, like, you know, being able to like understand, you know, music in general, how to read by a certain grade. You know, it's just, it's not there. The funds are not there.
You got to use the other side of the brain. And just for the record, Daniel's he's a music instructor. And a teacher.
Yeah. You can probably tell I'm pretty passionate about that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, that's my life. That's what I do.
Yeah. So is Adrian.
Yeah.
Keyboard
I was
player.
about to say, man, like your daughter she's gonna be so proud, man. She has a teacher, man. She
Yeah.
has one of the best teachers in front of her, man.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the weird thing too. Is like you can't like force it on her, you know. And I'm not.
yeah,
But shit, there's certainly a hell of a lot of instruments around, man.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just
Nah,
like
I'm forcing it on my kids. My
Yeah.
kids better motherfucking play some fucking basic shit.
you know,
That's for real.
I just
that's for real.
See, that's the thing. I just lay the shit out there. I lay the shit out there, and I'm just like, jam on it.
Nah, it's different at my house. I fucking make them fucking play. I got instruments for my
Nice.
kid. Nah,
Really?
I don't really.
But I think the most important thing that you're teaching them is that you never gave up on
Right.
what you love to do.
That's exactly right.
That's
That's
the most
that's exactly right.
important thing. And
Yeah, that fucking that, dude.
that's it, bro. That's you know.
It's a hard thing, man. You grow up, and guess what? You forget where you came from. You forget why you do what you love. You know what I mean? And in a sense, this shit, man. Honestly, playing music, doing what you love, keeps you fucking young. Man.
You know what's
Yes, it
you
does.
know what's weird? What's weird though? It's kind of what he was saying, that you can't forget where you come from, right? And so, you know, Gladys asked me to audition for Dub8, and I kind of knew that Frank was in the band, but then when I saw Frank, I'm like, fuck, dude, we came up playing in Linwood all together. So it hits you, right? Yeah, it hits you like, oh shit, I came from this. You know what I mean? We came from this hood where none of us fucking knew what the fuck we were doing, but for whatever reason, something in the water in that time, everybody was playing music, dude. And there was like fucking backyard gigs almost every weekend. You know, people fighting or whatever, dude. But we were drinking,
everything.
smoking. Yeah,
I remember.
you know, but it's a crazy thing, man. But to tag on what you said, we are imparting life lessons to our kids by doing music. I think because we're teaching them that you don't have to forget or stop something that you love just because the world is telling you need to do this or you need to do that. You need to keep pushing somehow, some way, because it is part of you.
Yes.
And so me going to rehearsals, or I go to gigs, sometimes I'll take my kids, man.
Nice.
And I show them what dad does. And this is what dad loves. And I hope that they're learning that their dad is still fighting for that, and they should never give up on anything that they ever want to do in their lives.
They will. They'll remember that, man. Kids remember all that. They're gonna remember when they get older. They're gonna talk about that to their friends. Like, I remember my dad being. You know, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
just being.
natural.
I mean, look, I know these guys for like fucking over 20 years, and I see them fucking, you know, like learning their musical instruments, and now look at them.
Yeah.
Look at them both. I mean, complete professionals, and they get a chance to be on the podcast. Dude. What's up with that?
That's what it's all about.
This is how far you got. This is the Mount Rushmore of this shit.
And on top of that, on top of that, they all have families of their own.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And dude, some of us don't have kids yet, you know, or won't ever have kids, and it's all right. But it just goes to show, man.
Yeah.
I
know. Foreshadowing.
You know. But it just goes to show, man. Like, yeah, don't ever. And it sounds cheesy as fuck, but don't ever give up on something you love to do, man. Because you don't have to play music. Shit.
No.
You could, you could work out. You could fucking eat cheeseburgers or whatever. I'm gonna promote an healthy living. So maybe don't chomp on those cheeseburgers.
If you want to eat cheeseburgers and die, be my guest.
I honestly don't remember if I read it somewhere or I made it up, but I always say don't give up your dreams for a job. Don't trade your dreams for a job.
Ever, man.
To me, it's always there's no better feeling than like inspiring someone on like a really personal level.
That's for sure.
And
man.
taking my age into consideration, sometimes
seriously, 22 years. Dude,
sometimes sometimes the kid's a year younger than me, but just me knowing that maybe somehow I made him feel like
But that's the thing about music, man. It's there's no age on it, man.
Exactly.
I've taught people who are like, well, back then when I was 20, twice my age. You know what I mean? But the fact is, you've provided something that they, you open the door to something for them.
And they'll never forget you. They'll never forget.
And
that feeling,
not to attack your age because you got killer fucking chops. Yeah. And to be in this band, that's saying some shit, But yeah, you could inspire someone your age to like you said to like, hey,
you can
I want to
inspire someone twice your age.
Yeah, for sure.
Or half your age.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
And that just goes to show the evolution of the band,
and really the maturity
and the diversity.
You keyboardist could have an effect on like a 70-year-old man. Mijo, ¿sabes qué? Que me tocaste el corazón. You could have somebody tell you that. And it's like fucking A. It's like you resonate with everyone. Doesn't matter who,
Yeah, absolutely.
That just says something about you.
And it's cool because it's so diverse and it defies just like any type of like image or portrait that people have. Or like, oh, I need to play this. I need to. No, you don't. No, dude.
It's like a common understanding, a common vibe. You're sending out a vibe, and they're picking up on it, and it doesn't matter on what level, what age, or anything. It's just, it's an equal thing that
Music is a great equalizer.
Yeah, we get a lot of musicians.
I bet you if y'all never would have seen us, bro, never would have thought we would be in a band, let alone in a band together, dog.
I just seen if you guys walk down the street, it's like, God, those guys must. They just look like they suck.
Yeah. There's that awkward silence. Yeah. Like Clika podcast.
Like Clika podcast. See, that's the magic of editing. See, all the uncomfortable silences get edited by our producer Rico here. So shout out to our producer Rick.
Yeah, dude, that's an art in itself. What's up with that pizza?
I was about to say, what's up with the pizza?
Yeah.
You have one G.
It's my internet, dude.
A single G.
Didn't you fucking did you connect to the Wi-Fi?
I did too, and it's still doing this.
Can't you just fucking call him?
Hold on, guys.
Hey, podcaster.
Hi.
Do you have a question? Do you ask them?
Man, they answered everything I wanted to ask you guys. Like everything you guys were talking about, I was about to ask them. Oh, you just said it. Oh, you just said it. Oh, you said it. So. I always like to ask the simplest questions and sometimes the craziest ones. Yeah, like what other things you guys do other than music? Like other artistic things other than music. Anybody is painter? Anybody does anything other than just?
I don't do anything else.
I feel like I fill up my gas tank because I drive so much. Artistically, I work in education. I think that's an art in itself.
Oh, okay, nice.
I work in elementary. I'm K through 12. Yeah, so I'm a behavior specialist.
You ever play your music to them?
You know what? I don't. Yeah, no, not necessarily. Just because the kids that I work with, they're I gotta be hands on, man. Yeah, it's because there's the little ones, man. They're little minis, bro. So
okay.
I'm always and with the high school cats, I would try, be like, oh, dude, like was we walking with the guitar? Oh, that's a cool guitar. All right, man. And these dudes like, fuck you, dude. That's where I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So I'm the lame old dude, And in middle school, bro, it's just hormones raging, so they ain't even trying to fuck with me. I'm like, fuck yeah, you don't care about me. You're just here because you're getting paid.
Damn. Shit, a lot
yeah,
for we
you
going to
bitches.
school. Damn.
But I love it, man. I love, that's what I do. That's what I do during the day. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a really typical radio question, and the reason why I'm asking this question is because of the music is so diverse.
Yeah.
What are your influences? And let's starting with Adrian, not keyboardist, but Adrian. So, what are your influences, man? Well, I mean, what rocks your jollies when you're not playing music? I mean, what are you listening to?
My favorite band of all time that got me started playing music was my dad showed me their live album. Is Grand Funk Railroad. Number one above
Nice.
everything.
That's why he jams with us.
Like discography.
You
by
got an
heart.
old soul, brother. You got an old soul.
And then right
That is
under
awesome.
that is Pantera. I listen to all that stuff. I mean, I
Crazy.
take
One end of the spectrum to
And
the
that's
other.
why he's in Dub8.
and as you guys heard, I like a lot of the really pretty, melody-driven side of things and the jazzier side of things and experimental and all that. I listen to everything.
Okay, so given that answer, how did you pick up the keyboard? Or is that your chosen instrument?
Well, I started off taking piano classes when I was little, and then I dropped it after a while. And then I taught myself how to play guitar and then bass, and then I got called for a keyboard gig in a salsa band. And I'm like, oh shit, I forgot how to play. And that's how I ended up playing keys. That's it.
okay, fair enough.
Wow.
He used to play
That's
bass with us, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
For a while.
So really my main instruments were guitar and bass. That's what I spent all day playing, all day, every day. And then I played that, and then I had to learn keys, so then I relearned, and then it just opened up a whole new world. I'm like, dude, this is where it's at.
Check out Jimmy
Yeah.
Smith, man. When you get a chance, check out Jimmy Smith, and you'll like his stuff.
Dude, I appreciate your enthusiasm, dude. Like, just hearing you talk and share what you're sharing is like very inspiring, and it, totally like fucking makes me happy, dude.
Yeah, 18
Honestly.
going on
Yeah.
55, bro.
That's awesome, man. That's
For
dude,
real,
That's,
for
that's
real.
strength. That's strength. That's like a strength of yours, man. That's a lot of power that you have just to by being yourself, and you just talking about how it is that you contribute to this band is awesome, man.
So, Rafa,
Thank you,
same
thank you.
question. What are
I
you
like
doing?
a lot of Latin music, bro. So I like a lot of salsa music, a lot of Latin jazz, a lot of like banda, a lot of wetback music, bro. Like so rancheras.
I like Bronco.
Yeah, I like Bronco.
Bronco. Yeah.
No, yeah, man. Yeah, man. A lot of that stuff. A lot of Sabbath. Zeppelin, Stevie Ray Vaughan, a lot of rock and roll. But I really gauge into a lot of Latin music and reggae. Obviously, even with the reggae, I tend to gauge in more into like the Latin reggae.
Okay.
I just think it resonates a lot more for me. It's a lot more meaningful.
It's more relevant.
Amor resonates a lot more than love for me. No, really for me. I because I grew up in a household with both, with both languages, and my mom, my grandma, they were very, vocal. So I was like, fuck, So I think for me, it just captures me. It gets me on that like sergeant status, like boom, all right, cool. And anything with harmonies, man. Anything and everything with harmonies, Queen, all that fun stuff, man.
Your harmonies are really on point. At
Oh,
least
man.
today. I mean, they're fucking Eagles status.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
So, same question.
Oh man, so I mean, just growing up in a family where music was always playing, like as a little kid. I mean, I've got three like older sister who's 10 years older than me. My brother's 12 years older than me, and my oldest sister's 13 years older than me. I mean, growing up, they always had fucking some kind of music playing. Like my brother was into Curtis Blow and all this stuff, all the 80s stuff. Growing up, he was into all this hip hop stuff, and then my pops playing the classics, the Chentes, all this stuff, the Rico Tovares, all that stuff. He had this. I remember him having this big ass radio system with the turntable and the big speakers on the side of it.
The old Fisher
With
system?
The Fisher system. There you go. He had that shit. And I just remember, he always had his vinyl records, and on the weekends, so I can, the usual, bro. We're cleaning the house, fucking mom's playing music, and this kind of thing. And but what got me into it was kind of in high school, well, actually junior high, I started getting into punk rock, man. Like at this time it was like the Misfits and this kind of stuff. And that's what, I got my drum set and I was playing punk rock music. And that's when I met these guys, at like 9th grade. Around that time, we started playing backyard parties in Linwood, playing in punk bands, and then slowly getting into more of the hardcore stuff, like, and a lot of underground stuff, the hardcore stuff that was coming around, and going to these clubs in LA, like the Bullocks or the Anti-Club, all these fucking, grungy little spots, and all these badass bands were just coming around, and I just got into that whole punk scene and the hardcore scene, and I was into that for a long time, and then slowly just got into, different genres, more like the reggae and the ska, and now I'm just, my playlists are just all over the place,
And that comes from your punk rock education, because I think that people that grow up punk rock and then listen to punk rock, they branch out into crazy music that no one, that people that listen to just like fucking top 40 will never fucking do.
Or even music that people don't expect you would venture out
exactly.
to.
It's a punk rock, because I grew up punk rock too.
Yeah.
I mean, so I know what you're saying. So you could branch out and from that music, because you don't care, because you're fucking punk rock,
exactly. So that's everything.
Daniel?
For me, it was really mainly classic rock. Like I listened to a lot of, thanks to my dad, a lot of Pink Floyd, Black Sabbath, Zeppelin, Iron Butterfly, that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
At 6 in the motherfucking morning.
Our dad, Saturday. The way our dad would let us know it was time to work is he had like these big ass speakers and shit, where like at the time were probably about my height, and he would always play.
Did he just shove you in the woofer?
No. He would just we were all asleep at the time. No, we were all asleep at the time. It was time to get up, get ready for like some yard work or whatever. He'd always put on the intro to Dark Side of the Moon.
Wow.
So you wake up with a heartbeat, and then some just chick fucking screaming like right into it, and that's how we would wake up. You know what I mean?
I mean, I love Pink Floyd, but that's a fucked up way to wake up.
Exactly. Yeah. Just fucking. And sometimes, it would be like the Beatles. You know what I mean? Which I think Jose and I, we really fought hard to like not like them, but the Beatles were kind of there. Like Abbey Road and shit. We would always wake up to like Come Together. That like the basic poppy shit.
You just answered a really big riddle that's always been on my mind every time I've seen you play, because you have a very specific style of playing, and it's very atmospheric. It's very airy.
Yeah.
It's very colorful. Like you could actually like.
I like how they sing though.
You could actually, when you're playing, I could see colors. And that's kind of hard for a guitar. I can see that like in keyboards.
Yeah.
When people play instruments like that or brass instruments, I could see colors in that. But guitar players, like Radiohead and shit, Pink Floyd and all those, like you could see colors.
Well, I have to give some of that to you too, man. Actually, back then, I was not really into Radiohead, and I kind of didn't like them at all. But it was actually thanks to you. You got me. No, for real.
Yeah. You knew he's talking about Chris.
We used to be no, for real. This is for real. I ain't even
podcaster number 3.
We used to be in a hardcore band together. And see, the thing is, for me, I was kind of like a musical chameleon. You know what I mean? Like I never really owned something, but I could kind of play whatever, just depending on whoever asked me. Like, hey, do this. I'm like, all right, well, I'll listen to it a little bit and then just pick it out really quick. You know what I mean? And he, Chris can share my experience, because I know there was a band that did that, or was it band or dad?
What?
Exhaust? Who was the one that was calling me out for all this bullshit?
It was the dad for Exhaust.
Yeah.
I think it was after a gig where we played I remember this. We played a gig with this band called Exhaust, and that band, their dad was hella cool, man.
Yeah, he was a real cool dude.
He would like cart all their shit around in this fucking van, and take them to gigs and here and there. But one night after a gig that we played with them, we're all hanging out, and the dad was out there just kind of chilling. Daniel had an acoustic guitar, and I don't know how the hell it came up, but that dude just started asking Daniel to play this and that and this and that. I think he asked us like, what did we like, and we said it was a bunch of classic rock.
Yeah.
So he just started calling out these songs. And fucking Daniel was playing every goddamn song that guy was requesting.
Yeah, and if I didn't know it, like I would like, okay, boom.
I remember he asked for Southern Man and he played Southern Man. He was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like you gotta remember this. You know, how old were you? Like fucking 15 or some shit.
13,
Yeah.
14,
Damn. You were young back then?
Yeah. So I was playing like all that shit, Southern Man, fucking whatever, you know. And the funny thing about this is that, you know, the gig just ended and shit, and it was just like all this weird, like, at the time I guess it was like new metal, like punk and all this shit going on. So for someone to call that shit out, I'm like, oh shit, this fool got a catalog of music and shit. So that's kind of how it came about. A lot of it was to my dad, and then to this dude, like, I gotta give him props too. I didn't like Radiohead at the time, and this dude actually exposed me to, and this is Chris right here. He exposed me to OK Computer, and that shit, honestly,
amazing.
And that shit fucking changed my life.
That's a straight that album is a game changer for anything.
Yeah. OK Computer changed my life, and it was weird because it did tie into like Pink Floyd and like soundscapes and just fucking sound. And so at that time I was really into, like, without really knowing it, I was into like a progressive sound. You know what I mean? Like pushing the boundaries of sound, using effects, using whatever technique I can have that was like kind of, you know, under my fingers, you know what I mean? So that's kind of the way I kind of grew up playing music. You know, I would do all this kind of shit. It was all based around classic rock. And then as I kind of, you know, started learning more, I started just developing more. So like doing classical, doing jazz, and then just getting into like funk. And then, you know, like Jose and me, we both share a lot of experiences because we've done a lot of music together. So, you know, there was like the hip hop stuff, you know, like, you know, the Roots, which was a big part of my life too, because of the, you know, like it was like an actual hip hop band with like organic, you know, it was very organic. It was like that sound, you know, and so that stuff with all the jazz elements and shit. So that's kind of what shaped the way I play. At heart, I think I'm more of a rock guitarist, and I like the soundscapes because of OK Computer, because of like Pink Floyd, but yeah, I love everything else, you know. I love Ozomatli. I play that stuff, you know. I listen to that shit, reggae, fucking everything, you know what I mean? And that's kind of where I draw
you guys kind of remind me in a homey sense of like a Dimebag Vinnie Paul relationship.
These are the lonely boys of Linwood, though.
The lonely boys of Linwood.
Yeah. Are those bookies of Lakewood?
You ever listen to Tangerine Dreamer?
Not really, actually. No.
People know.
Yeah.
I think you could like him.
This guy is my fucking musical pimp. All right, he's been fucking pimping out that music pretty hard for about 20 years.
A pimp.
Should have known by that dope ass shirt right there.
Yo, bro.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, Gladys.
For me, I grew up on Motown. I'm all about Motown. Grew up on a lot of oldies too. My mom had Beatles playing. I started playing trumpet when I was about 12. And then so my mom said, you know, Herb Alpert's a trumpet player, so she'd put that shit on, and I'm like, fuck, some good shit. And so that's when I was learning, that's the shit that I would try to emulate, you know. And we said earlier about Malo and War, fucking Tower Power, that's all horns. Earth, Wind, and Fire. You know, what's crazy is, I mean, you know, at the time
Chicago.
I was like, at the time when I was hearing this shit, I was like, God, that seems impossible. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to ever play those things? And now I'm playing that stuff. And it's just, you know, and what you said earlier about, like, kind of knowing where you came from. It's like, you know, as a kid, I dreamed, like, man, if I could ever play Earth, Wind, and Fire and hit all those high notes and, you know, whatever. And now I'm like, all right, cool.
You're like, oh, fuck, it's just an F sharp.
Yeah, high fucking F sharp, you know, above the high C, shit.
Yeah, Gladys plays up in the scene, man.
Yeah.
She's a bass player, too.
Yeah.
You know?
I play bass for the Rhythm Queens, all-female band.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's reggae and soul. And
Pretty badass.
Dope.
Yeah.
I heard they were gonna be on La Clika.
Let's get a verbal contract right now. What do you say? Let's get your other band on the podcast.
Yeah, so I mean, for me is, you know, as a horn player, I was like, man, at 12 years old, I was like, I want to be in a rock band, but I was like, fuck, how do I do that with trumpet? So when I was about 19 or so, I think I started picking up bass, And I said, okay, let me diversify a little bit. So started to play bass and just kind of exploring different types of music. My first band was actually in a classic rock band. We played fucking Neil Young and all that shit, you know.
Nice.
You know, being in a band like this, and you have a big fucking job because you're the only horn player, and you do it so well. You fill up all that void that lack, because this band needs brass to move. I mean, I honestly,
You've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen them with a full horn section. I've seen them with no horns. You know, I've seen them with devil horns. You know, so, but you know, you really take that duty and you excel at it, and you don't miss the sax, you don't miss the trumpet. I mean the trombone. You feel it all up, and I really enjoy that.
And you brought it.
Thank you.
You brought it tonight.
Appreciate that.
Jose, what's up, man? Wake up. He's half asleep here, and he has to talk about his influences.
Well, I if you haven't noticed already, Daniel and I are brothers, so we came up in the same household, obviously. Right. So actually, I have a lot of the same stories. I can attest to waking up at 6 o'clock in the motherfucking morning, listening to Pink Floyd or the Doors. But personally, why I don't know, but my first instrument was accordion. I don't know.
Did your dad like Ramon Ayala or something?
I don't know, dude.
Tragos amargos.
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know why, but apparently I was good at it.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how the hell I heard Black Sabbath, but once I heard Geezer Butler play,
It's over.
I was like, holy shit, what the fuck is that? And so I took up bass, and it's been kind of that ever since. But as far as my influences, man, I listen to fucking everything. Everything.
It really does.
I listen to whatever I can. And I gotta give Chris a little props. This is just. I'll tell you because Chris actually changed my bass playing. He introduced me to this little guy named.
Hold on, you guys are welcome.
He introduced me to this little guy named Jaco Pastorius.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Way back in the
One of
day.
best.
And so from then, that's when I think my bass playing just totally took a different route, because I came up playing not punk rock or anything like that, but I came up playing fucking grindcore and death metal and shit like that. So Chris and I played in a band way back in the day where we were pretty fortunate enough to play with Cannibal Corpse and Suffocation and Brutal Truth and all those guys. So we're like punk ass little kids playing with these pretty solid bands. But I mean, from then, I played with Daniel. Daniel and I have played in countless bands, and we're still playing together.
Yeah.
But other than that, I kind of went to school and I started, kind of learning how to play orchestral bass and like jazz, and then I went to another school. I did that, and I did my jazz thing. So I have a lot of different influences, at least for my bass playing. I listen to fucking anything and everything. Right now, I'm currently listening to Thundercat's Drunk album.
Great fucking album.
Yeah, it's fucking dope.
Nice.
It's dope. It's a bunch. It sounds like a collective of ideas though, but it's pretty dope. And then all the Hiatus Coyote shit. I'm listening to Chicano Batman
Hell yeah.
a lot. Who else am I listening to? You know what just popped up into my playlist is Alice in Chains, the Unplugged album.
That's one of my favorite all time albums.
Somebody
Me
on
too.
Facebook posted what was it? I think Dirt or something. And it was the acoustic version, and ever since then, that shit's been on my playlist.
That's awesome.
Dude, it's been
Yeah,
it's been dope.
that's really
Yeah,
hard.
that's what I rehearsed to. The Unplugged album,
Mhm.
like almost on a daily basis,
Yeah,
just
man.
to chord progressions and whatnot. It's like there's nothing like that
It's awesome, man.
fucking performance. And one thing I wanted to ask you, did you get to see Black Sabbath on this final tour?
No, I didn't, but I saw Black Sabbath back when they played the Ozfest. I don't know if Bill Ward played.
97.
Yeah, it was. You were there, right?
Out here?
Yeah, I think Chris and I actually
San
went.
Dimas?
It was at the Blockbuster Pavilion, I think, out in San Bernardino.
One of the reasons I asked too is because I know a long time ago we had a conversation. You probably won't remember, but it was about Black Sabbath, and I was watching the special on the, I don't know, HBO or
Showtime.
Yeah, Showtime. The end.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And I kid you not, dude. I shit you not. I was watching. I'm like, I remember Shy Dog was telling me he fucking loves Black Sabbath.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
So.
Hold on, I got a quick question. Joel, who got you into Slayer?
Let me tell you something. Okay.
I have to say that in every podcast. I'm sorry.
Dude, I gotta tell you.
Broken record.
I gotta tell you. If it wasn't, I don't think I kid you not. I don't think my life would be what it is right now. This fucker hadn't gotten me into Slayer.
You know, you guys hang around with me a lot, long enough. I'll get you into some good fucking music. I'll just tell you that right now.
I'll tell you this. This guy is a fucking musical encyclopedia, and he's got the best taste in music that, you know, I've ever known anyone to have.
I think Bago has the best taste in music. He's the champion.
Well, then there you go. He's a top of the totem pole.
I'm the bird on the bottom.
No.
Okay, so why don't we do this? Why don't we take a quick break and we'll come back to this? Yeah. So why don't we listen to this song?
West Side Girl.
There we go. La Clika podcast.
So blue, that way you move me, girl, I should have known. Just from hearing you over that phone, it's true, it's true, it's true, it's true. I hear you coming from a mile away. West Spanish, where you from and where you stay. It may not happen now, but that's alright. Remembering your touch from time to time. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. Hey! La Clika podcast. Yes, sir. That way you move me, girl, is so insane. I'm not complaining, baby, I'm just saying it's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. Échale campera. Reggae-sol ska. Come on. It's true. It's true. It's so. It's true. It's true. Come on. It's true.
La Clika podcast. Dub8 music.
On my way.
So I guess this podcast came off the rails because we're all sniffing Rick's coffee. It's like, yeah, we got nothing else to talk about, so let's just sniff coffee and just pass it around.
That smells good though.
It does smell good.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Kevin from Domino's Pizza.
Dude, that was
On Delamo.
Yeah.
On Delamo.
Yeah.
You hear me, Kevin?
And
Shout out to you. Thanks
up,
for
Kevin?
delivering that scrumptious pizza that we fucking devoured in like
devoured
2
it.
minutes.
Yep. Gone.
Yeah, it was good.
It took him 30 minutes to make it, fucking 2 minutes to eat it.
It was worth it though.
Hell
It
yeah.
was good.
And come through, man.
Hey, shout out to Rafa for buying the pizza,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
It's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, man.
His
Good.
choice of toppings were excellent too.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
That was good.
And we got 3 more coming.
All right.
What?
Hey.
All right.
Really?
Oh,
You
All right. All right.
you seriously got 3 more coming?
For real?
And these are guys, the
Are you
same guy
serious?
gonna
Did you,
deliver?
did you ask?
You should tell
did
Kevin
ask
to
for
come
Kevin?
down.
Did you ask for
Yeah,
Kevin to
yeah.
deliver?
Just
So, hey,
participate
Kevin,
in this,
send Kevin because we need to get him on this fucking podcast.
Yeah, clock out, homie.
Tell us about the delivery experience.
Yeah.
It's like, Kevin, we gotta
he's
let you
probably
go.
coming
And
back
this
right
is
now.
I know,
why.
huh?
Just put on the fucking laptop. It's like, this is why we gotta let you go, Kevin. You said you were stuck in traffic, but obviously you weren't.
He comes by. What's up, motherfuckers? I'm back.
Like top 10 podcasters. So, let's get back to where we're here, right? Pre-gig rituals. Do you guys have any?
Pre-gig rituals.
Like individually or as a band?
Yeah.
Has to be.
Both.
Both, yeah.
And it's a question for everybody to answer.
Yeah, anybody.
Everybody. Let's start off with keyboardist.
Yes.
The Sneeberg.
Not really.
You don't have something you do every day before, I mean, to get yourself ready for a show or anything?
No, I just plug it and play. I don't know. I'm always in the playing mode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
It's like put a quarter in fucking Adrian and he starts playing and shit.
Like a jukebox.
Yeah.
Like fucking Donkey Kong. You put the quarter. Doom, 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 doom.
Yeah, I could second that as well myself. But I just recently started doing like some vocal warm-ups, like on the way to the gig, like on YouTube real quick, and you know what I mean. Good practice, and it just helps. It's like warming up.
Yeah.
Warm up, good practice, and that's about it. Nothing too sick with it. You know, I just try to make sure I'm there on time, and for the most part, I always try to make sure like the business side is always chill.
Yeah.
You know, as long as that's fucking copacetic, like everything, there's no pressure, and therefore I don't have to speed. I'm like, fuck, you got to do this, got to impress, got to overcompensate because a lack thereof somewhere else, you know, out of our control, you know.
Yeah. Do you know how Bruce Springsteen got his nickname, the Boss? Do you know?
No, I don't know.
He made sure that the band got paid. So he's the one that did all that. No. It's actual truth.
Why was that? Why was that a joke? That wasn't even a pun or anything.
No, he's a fucking drummer. That's what he does.
That's all I do, baby.
He has that, he wakes up in the middle of the night with a random rim shot. Like, okay, I'll go back.
Gotta have a free ritual day.
Yeah, but so that's how he got his nickname.
Yeah.
He fucking handled all the business end and he made sure the bands got paid. Oh,
It's awesome.
I know it's a lame ass fucking fact, but you know,
It sounds like a cool guy to work for.
hell yeah,
Oh,
make
yeah.
sure you get paid.
Yeah, Duke Ellington was like that too.
Yeah, Duke Ellington.
Man, he was big time. Like, you know, as long as everybody gets taken care of, he's happy.
And James Brown didn't get paid. So, or James Brown didn't pay anybody.
Well, that's what he called it, the big payback.
Yeah. Residuals.
I really don't have any, besides just warming up. I mean, just basic stuff. Cause like I don't really have a pre-show ritual.
Daniel.
Well, I'm fairly new to the band, so
No, overall, like before a gig, what do you do that's like something ritualistic?
I just run lines in my head. Like I just think of, you know, like specific lines that I'm gonna be playing, especially for like intros and stuff. So mainly that, but I don't really do anything specific. You know what I mean? I go over form in my head. You know what I mean? And then I just kind of try to visualize. But other than that, it's pretty much straightforward, I guess. Just lines and just visualizing and thinking about form. That's about it.
So I usually have to do like a little checklist of everything I gotta pack. because I fucking forget everything. So I go through the checklist. Because playing in different bands too, I'm like, okay, for this band, this is what I gotta pack. For that band, this is what I gotta bring. Warm ups, just listening to tracks in the car, and then just be ready to roll.
Thank you, bassist.
Bassist number one.
Well said.
By the way,
bass player. Really a short answer.
by the way, he only plays one note though.
Awesome.
What's up, man?
He's back.
We got Kevin in the house from Domino's Pizza on Delamo in Lakewood.
You gotta
Hey,
get that
Kevin, you gotta
Schneeber.
come here and say something to
You
him.
gotta get that
You gotta get on the
Schneeber.
mic.
Yeah, get on the mic
Get
over
on the
here,
mic,
Kevin.
If someone that wasn't Kevin came, we would have said
Just
that.
What's up,
say-
people? I'm Kevin from Domino's, delivering some pizza, feeding everybody. You know, I appreciate you guys. For letting me
Yeah.
talk
We
on this.
appreciate
Thanks
you,
for the tip.
Kevin.
Yeah, man, those pizzas are
And
delicious.
shout out to La Clika podcast, baby.
All right, where's the Schneeber at?
Oh, just let it try.
Where's it at? Where's that shit?
We're not gonna get this motherfucker fired. No.
Check it out, man. You ever heard of Schneeberg?
Who?
Schneeberg.
Yeah, Schneeberg, right
Check
here,
this
bro.
out, man. It's German. It's pretty much menthol and sugar. It's a snuff. You put it up your nose, man. Yeah, you want to try it?
Show my stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta,
You want to try
snort
it? Give me a star, man. It's good stuff, man.
It will take you to places.
It feels good.
You still got some of that shit.
We'll give you an awesome Yelp review if you.
Kevin's a real MVP for the night.
Yes, man.
Yeah, my man Kev brought it.
Not all heroes wear capes.
They were Domino's. That was awesome.
He pulls up, he's like, these guys again? Shit.
You know he was excited though.
He's like, no, I got this one. I'll do this one.
So I got a question for everybody. Okay, answer whenever you want. Greatest experience, weirdest, saddest, whatever experience that you've had live on stage that you can remember.
There was an earthquake at the Santa Fe Springs when we were on stage.
Really?
Oh,
That was
No
it.
shit.
Totally.
Was it like significant to the point where it, like everyone reacted to it, or was it very subtle, or what?
It was legit earthquake, bro. People were running. And the
Shit was
dopest.
falling.
Yeah, dude.
It was a couple
Shit
years
See,
ago.
even
Wasn't it
Mother
like a couple
Nature
years
was
ago?
dancing to
Couple
your
years ago,
music,
right?
dude.
Yeah, I felt it. I was at a restaurant.
The
I live right down the street
dopest
from
part about it is that we didn't skip a fucking beat, dude.
No
we didn't stop.
shit.
Yeah.
it.
That's a fucking professional right there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Right? Remember that?
That was
Does
dope.
it have to be during the show, like during the playing?
During, oh, no. I mean,
Or-
Any
whatever. A night that you were performing and you get there, or you're on stage, or after your performance, whichever.
Okay, this might not sound like a big deal. But I played at this lawyer's house one time, right? And he's a family. What's so funny?
I just pictured you in this fucking grand room.
It was huge. It was a
in your fucking tarantaran.
It was-
You're on the piano. I'm sorry. That's just what I got. I'm a very visual guy. You gotta forgive me. I'm sorry about that. But go
Welcome to
continue.
La Clica, man.
Okay.
All right, so he's a family friend of ours, and we're celebrating his 20th anniversary of practicing law. So he gets pretty drunk. So we finish playing our set, we're packing up and everything, and he's just walking around the pool in a suit.
This already sounds
he's
like I
like-
don't want to hear it anymore.
Anybody who jumps in the pool gets $100. So this is the image I had. I was just watching, and these people were just jumping in person after person, and there's this dude he was just walking around the pool, throwing money. Of course, I jump in, and he throws me money. He makes me all swim for it. I'm like, dude, what the throw it so far?
It's like the easiest $100 you ever made.
Easiest
in your life.
$100 I've ever made.
so,
Cool.
Let me tell you about the hardest.
Now that's some weird shit, right?
Let me tell you about the hardest $20 I've ever made.
$20 is $20.
yeah, the lawyer's like, Alfred released the piranhas. You know, like, damn. Swim with sharks.
But you know what? That is a very shocking abuse of disposable wealth.
Damn.
Yeah, years ago, before I started jamming with the dub, I played at in a cheesy cumbia band, bro, with a buddy of mine, right? And his dad and his uncle were fucking doing this one, We played at a quinceañera, dude. Right, off of Whittier Boulevard, right by the 605, right behind the Winchell's little alley right there.
Yeah.
Right? There's a gas station. Man, I shit you not. We're not even maybe 20 minutes in trying to set up, and straight up all family brawl, bro. Dude, bottles flying, bro. Securities came and did the legit gangster pepper spray. Got everybody, dude.
Holy shit.
It was scary, dude. It was scary, bro. Yeah, bro. Bottles flying, mashing on people, ladies. Oh man, and they were all family, dude. It was sad.
I always love a good fight at a fucking show.
As long as I'm far away, I'm cool, It was crazy.
Wrapping up your cables God damn, is that the fucking abuela fighting that fucking dude?
Oh shit, that's crazy. It's a fight. Oh shit, wrap it up. Let's make it work.
Damn.
Fuck,
That's fucking
man.
crazy.
Yeah, dude, that's scary, man. That's scary shit. At first, it's cool. I don't mind seeing a fight, professionally. If it's not professionally, dude, it could get scary, man.
I seen a
At that
fight.
point, anyone else could.
I seen a fight at the beach. At least 30 people going at it.
Motherfuckers must have been tired after 2 minutes.
Yeah,
because running on the fucking sand is tiring.
Yeah,
You're just sprinting in the same place.
It's spread. It's spread, man. We look back because I was over painting, seeing graffiti on the wall, and I look back and my boy were like, "What the fuck's going on?" Dude, everybody started fighting. The whole family against the other family, and another family jumped in. Nuts. They were like, "What the fuck?"
Little do those fools know? All you needed to do was throw sand in their fucking eyes. That shit stops any motherfucker. You're like, "Oh shit, hold up, time out, man, time out." You know what I mean? You're like,
Pocket sand.
You're like, "Oh fuck, hold on, dude, fuck." Oh man, we just recently had one that was pretty crazy and fun, I guess. We had a gig at the Anarchy Library.
That's right.
Oh, that was crazy.
It was grimy, but in a good way. It was fun. It was fucking in your face. I was basically playing, and there's some fucking person that's enjoying the show this close to me, And this was my first time playing at that place, and it was awesome. It was fun. And you wouldn't think Dub8, especially after what we were talking about the first hour, of course. But dude, at the end of our fucking set, dude, fucking some chicks just get fucking crazy, dude. They just start fighting, dude.
Yeah.
Just some chicks just fucking falling on my amp. It's just fucking. It just seems like a fucking hard rock show or something. So yeah, and it was crazy. It was fun.
Yeah, dude.
But then I come back and look at all my gear and shit. There's fucking alcohol all over my pedals.
That's what
I lost fucking buttons and shit.
It's all fucking sticky afterwards with fucking dry alcohol. And
Yeah.
shit,
Chicks started fighting, and when you're playing, you're facing out to the crowd. But dude, I was so worried about my shit. I ended up turning and giving my back, and I could just see and feel people just fucking pushing me while I was trying to protect my gear, man. And then Rafa comes out, he's like, "Stop! Do not fight," or something. I don't know what he came into
Is that what
this is all about love, man. I don't know.
Is that what?
Hey man, it's all about love. Hey man, hey, all right, let's get the fuck out of here.
That was
You got paid, Frank? You got paid? Let's roll.
You get the money? Okay, let's go.
Start the car.
dude.
Start the car.
But it was probably I'm pretty sure all of us, we've played a lot of gigs, but that was probably one of my most memorable ones. It was pretty fun. It was cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Gladys she always gets the worst seat in the house.
Oh man, they get all up close and personal on the horn player. I'm like, watch out, man! I'll fuck your ass up because somebody hits me in the face. I got a piece of metal in my mouth. I'm like, dude, I was like, somebody jazz. I'm not fucking. Just go for it. You know?
Not to toot your own horn or anything.
I ain't never heard that before.
Yeah. I mean, I can imagine that shit fucking hurting for sure.
Fuck yeah.
It's just like, oh shit.
I've had people bump into the mic stand, bro, and even just the mic on the lip.
Oh yeah.
So I try not to sing with my eyes closed, bro. I'm just like.
And what about you, bro? Do you march to the beat of your own drum?
Damn. He was waiting for that one. I'm use that one, right?
You know what?
I gotta follow up with that. You know.
Hold on. In the battle of the puns, Chris wins this
Yeah, that was
round.
good. He got you. Yeah, he got you.
Yeah, you did.
That was a question. Was that a question?
We gotta get Frank off the Schneeber, dude.
I need to hit it.
I heard it, so I was like, "Is that a word? What'd you say?"
Oh.
And it was like,
So, same question to you.
Probably the last one was at the fucking. We were at the slide bar it was like 2 months ago. At the end of the show, dog. I'm going packing up my shit, and there's the fake titties.
That's a good way to start a story.
Did they fall out or something?
Somebody must have threw them at Rafa or some shit because there were like two of the some girls, the little little fillers.
They're called cutlets, man.
The cutlets.
I was like, really? This shit's called cutlets?
Oh shit.
You know what? That's funny. The last Dub8 gig I went to, there was fucking cutlets on the floor.
"Yeah,
Yeah.
They know
They
this
just
was
fucking
like
shake
that,
them right off, dude. They just shake them right off.
I think that's a good sign then, right? I mean, people are grooving to our music, man.
When you see,
Until fake titties fall out, man.
yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
We're so good. We'll make your fake titties fall.
fake
out.
titties.
just please take them home with you."
Man, that's crazy.
We don't want your sweaty ass titties on the floor.
Man.
She has one A cup and the other one's a 34C.
Imagine the girl though when she's going home, like, oh my god,
I know.
what the fuck, babe? Let's go back. Nope.
Like, what's wrong? My tits.
Not a gig that I played, but I went to a gig at this place called the Warehouse. I think Fallen God was playing. And somehow Daniel ended up in the drummer's bass drum.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
have no idea how that happened.
At the time,
but
I was a wee little kid, dude. And I was like fucking 1,000 pounds lighter and shit. But yeah, I don't remember how I got in there too. I think it was like a wave, like a mosh pit wave and shit. Like everyone was just falling.
yeah.
And
You mean the warehouse, the 108?
Yeah, 108th, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
And I
dude.
remember those dudes, they like had like some fucking bullshit on their drums and shit. And one of those things fucking stabbed my ass in the back. And I had like this mark in my
we had
back for a while.
fish Daniel out of a fucking
Yeah,
bass drum.
yeah. It was crazy. Like something kind of impelled me like, in my back.
It's all about that bass.
Dude, fucked me up. I remember that one. Yeah, that shit was fun.
That place was fucking crazy. It was literally a burned down house, and they had one fucking sewer main pipe in the middle, and the whole there was 2 games. In the beginning, the game was not to get hit in the face, not to get slammed into the pole and break your fucking face, because it was a fucking steel pipe. It was a steel pipe that went from upstairs to downstairs. So it went all the way down, and people would slam around it, and the whole goal was not to get fucking pushed into that pole. Then they got a mattress, and then the game changed. Now it was the game automatically turned to, let's throw my friend. See how hard I can throw my friend into the middle of this mattress, and he bounces off and he flies out the other way.
Oh wow,
Those are fucking crazy pits, bro.
that shit just sounds
It's
dangerous, though.
insane.
Didn't you say there was fires involved sometimes?
The fucking dude. You remember
Like,
when those 2
people-
pregnant chicks started fighting, and they brought down the fucking Were you there? Yeah, it was, yeah. El Malice and there was another chick.
I don't remember one.
Oh, you got all the 2 pregnant chicks.
Yeah, the 2 pregnant chicks.
You said that they were
Yeah,
getting down,
they were getting-
and then one of them went into labor or something
Partying
like that.
with pregnant chicks, dude.
Hey,
Come on, Chris.
you know the philosophy on that one. Man.
So, 5 years, 10 years, how far do you plan on taking Dub8? Or do you let the music just guide you and see where it goes?
Absolutely, dude. Yeah, I don't think you really put a time limit on anything. I think once you start putting a time limit, you start putting pressure, and then it's kind of like you start not meeting quotas, and you know what I mean?
Becomes more of a task more than a passion after that, right?
Yeah. And I think we're all collectively, we're all busy musically, we have a lot of other stuff going on as well, which is awesome. So when we meet up, it's cool. There's no pressure. It's like a release, you know, and it's original stuff, dude, which is awesome, you know. So I think at that point we just let the music drive and just mold the, you know, the chapters of the band, you know.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. We're kind of just going with the flow, man. You know what I mean? It's cool. It's cool. I think for me, the less I put pressure on it, the better it gets, dude. You know, it's like anything in my life. Like the more I just like chill out and let things happen naturally. Fuck, dude. It's cool. Life's gonna happen no matter what. You know what I mean?
The end results are fruitful no matter what.
And trying to enjoy the now rather than the
Right.
well, later. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Taking it day by day rather than seeing what, what we, the expectation, that we set that may 50-50 be some sort of disappointment, what I'm saying? Yeah.
Right. And always having that cup full, you know what I mean? And just exposing yourself to many different things, At one point I had all my chips in the basket, and like everybody has to be on the same page, because if not, it's just, you can't just depend on one solid thing to work out for the rest of your life. I think it's dumb. You close yourself to many different opportunities, you know what I mean?
Right.
And there's a lot of cool opportunities that I've, missed on or, didn't take just for lack of, I don't know, discipline or just, I don't know, or just even confidence, And I'm just like, fuck it, dude, just do it. Do it, you know what I mean? And do it with love and passion, and not ever take any credibility away from anybody,
And do it until the wheels fall off.
Yeah. So I mean, it's pretty. Fuck, it's simple, man. Like I think people make life harder than what it really is. I mean, it's tough, of course, but like everything's tough. You know what I mean? Taking a shit can be tough sometimes. You know what I mean?
Right on.
Yeah.
But you just got to push through and
just need more fiber.
And baby wipes. Baby wipes are cool,
Baby wipes are important.
Yeah. I think patience for everything. From what I've learned through this whole journey is just patience, man. Because as a kid I was just very, very impulsive. Just growing up. I was raised by women, so it was always always fucking go. So when people are just constantly driving on my ass, I don't deal well with that. I don't get effective results when I'm in a hurry. I like to take not long walks, but I like to just chill in my car and relax. Like after gigs, I like to just drive home with no music, everything just silent, let my ears rest, just reflect, and think about my next day, prep, kind of like, people meal prep, which kind of like life prep, mentally prep, get ready for the next day.
That's a very good perspective.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually after show rituals.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I should have said that. That would have made more sense, right? that would have been a big question.
Yeah, next time.
Yeah, I think the main one for me is just pre-game rituals is just showing up on time, making sure I don't fucking forget shit. Yeah, that's the big one, man. You're like midway, you're like, oh shit, turn around,
Forgot the fucking mic. Forgot the stand.
And it's always the smallest things. Huh?
Yeah, and that's why I was like, fuck, I can't do this. That's why I was like, checklist, and it's just it helps because it's like we all have all this shit on our minds and whatever we're doing, and it's just like it's so easy to forget the important things.
Mm-hmm.
Now, all you guys are in multiple groups. Am I not mistaken?
I guess as a whole, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You guys want to talk about your other projects, endeavors?
Sure.
Keyboard?
That's me. I'm playing a salsa group too.
What are they called?
Latin Nation. And then another kind of cumbia tropical group.
Oh shit.
And then I have my own OG thing that I'm doing with another guy too.
Damn.
So
All right.
So you're staying true to the whole Latin music then.
For the most part, I mean, the stuff I'm doing with the other one guy I'm working with isn't really Latin at all.
What kind of music is that?
It's kind of like experimental rock.
Okay.
Just weird stuff. Just fuck the free world and what music's supposed to sound like, kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But everybody needs a little bit of that once in a while.
Exactly.
Like it's just true, just whatever we see in our heads, we just gotta paint it with songs. Whether it's, it's not for the purpose of making a good, catchy song. It's just.
Well, that's how no wave started. I don't know
Yeah.
if you were familiar with the genre no wave.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and Sonic Youth came out of that.
Sonic Youth is I love Sonic Youth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were like the champions of that scene.
I saw Sonic Youth once with Pro Jam.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Is that would you put Soul Asylum in that category?
Dude, yeah.
Hey, I wonder if they ever found any of those kidnapped kids in that video. You see
Runaway Train?
Yeah, you see that video like missing since 1992. Like, damn, these fucking kids have been missing for almost 30 years, dude.
Yeah, that
Call you up in the middle of the night.
that small scene, had quite a few number of bands.
Yeah, they were just
Cowboy
rocking, dude.
Junkies, Soul Asylum, Sonic Youth.
Well, no, those are different bands. No Wave was like fucking noise,
No, but I'm saying
like experimental noise.
But during that
Yeah,
time frame, during that years, those years that these
That
bands
era.
came out,
yeah.
these really weird, obscure bands were kind of coming out of the woodwork,
Well, because around that time, I think Sonic Youth was already together for like 10 years.
Oh, whatever. Hey,
like-
not in my 10 years,
It's like fuck you. Oh, what about your projects?
I jam away from the dub. I have an acoustic jam that I do with the buddy of mine, Danny, Porque Si from the Sure Shot Rockers, and I
Yeah.
jam with them too. Throw some guitars, some leads, and it's cool, man. It keeps my chops up. Definitely keeps my chops up. So when I come here, I see Daniel. I'm like, damn, that's tight. So the technical aspect comes in. I can't really name the phrases, but the visual, I'm on it, dog. I'm like, whoosh. And so when we chat after, like, what's this? What's a ninth? And this is dimension. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. The Alice in Chain chord. Oh, you know what I mean? We have like different references on how we learn, But that's about it, man. I do that. I do a couple collabs here and there. You know what I mean, with other people. You know what I mean. They did a Christmas tune with this band from El Monte, the Hashishans. So we did what was it? Ganja around the Christmas tree, or yeah.
That's
It was
really
cool. They did a
cool.
reggae like Christmas album. So that's about it, man. Try to be active, but for the most part, that's it. That just I jam with Daniel Porque Si and the Sure Shots, and then Baby Girl's the dub. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's about it, man.
Okay, so I guess your brother was stealing your thunder in the first half of this thing. So let's start with you, then go with him.
Go with him.
Actually, I don't play out as much as I used to. So I've kind of dedicated myself to playing with Dub8, actually.
Yeah.
Other than that, I do some pickup gigs here and there. I got a steady church gig. But I might be auditioning for this other thing, but we'll see how that goes.
And
So I mentioned earlier I work with the Rhythm Queens. It's a bunch of just awesome women playing. We all kind of just came together through the local reggae scene and just friends that just all came together, and it's been a really cool ride. Just so many talented women. I mean, aside from that, just fucking badass musicians, And then aside from Rhythm Queens, I was also working with Hearts of Fire. It's a tribute to Earth, Wind, and Fire. Some of the baddest cats around too. So that's
Wow.
well, if you ever need a singer, Hearts of Fire. Oh shit! What's up, Daniel?
Just the only other project that I have aside from Dub8 is just the classical trio that I'm in. Just the artisan guitar ensemble, doing chamber or like ensemble music. It's mainly classical, but we tackle like all like genres within the classical realm, I guess. So we'll do like contemporary, we'll do some Baroque, we've done some Renaissance before. And Spanish music, that kind of stuff. But other than that, anytime like, just personal stuff, I guess. Like if I have an idea for some song, you know, then I'll probably call, say, hey, let's do something, you know, let's do a little cover of something, you know what I mean? But other than that, I just kind of dedicate myself to the trio and to Dub8.
What is the name of your trio?
The Artist and Guitar Ensemble.
Okay. Yeah, I saw a video of you guys on Instagram. You guys are fucking flawless.
Thank you.
It's so fucking good.
Thank you.
So good. So good.
Cool. Thanks.
Is it like some kind of Andres Segovia kind of shit?
Along that, you know, but just picture 3 guitars, you know. I'm playing like like Torina, that kind of stuff. Granados, you know, so very Spanishy kind of stuff.
Sweet.
We also play like
Whose fucking stomach was that?
I was trying not to burp.
Hey, what is so?
Where'd it come out?
Those are good mics.
You got that recorded. I hope you got that recorded.
Hey, that fucking kicked that shit up.
That was very. I'm like, I'm trying to get away from the mic, and as soon as I do, because I don't want to burp on the mic, and all you.
That's it, man.
I gotta stop drinking this shit, man.
That's all serious.
Yeah, I can't even think anymore, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to Frank, dude. Go ahead, Frank.
Mine is simple. I mean, I'm just dedicated to Dub8. I don't have any other side projects, so that's pretty much it. On the side, I mean, I'm doing a lot of audio engineering and stuff at the house. Got the studio at the pad, so besides the band, I try to work on that craft,
You're actively recording other artists?
I haven't in a while, man, just because we've been doing a lot of stuff. So I've just been dissecting our music and just messing with some pre-production stuff. So
and he travels the world a lot too.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's cool.
Yeah. So through work, man, I'm blessed to do stuff in the car, software for the car, bringing music and apps and content in the car. So
hell yeah,
that gets me all over the world. We were talking earlier about going to Japan.
Yeah,
so Japan became my second home for a while.
Wow.
I was going out there like every 3 months. I was out there for like a week or two.
Yeah,
and
talking about digging.
So let me get
records
this.
over there.
So let me get this straight. You shared all the good stories off the podcast.
Yeah. Sorry, man. We started talking records. And
Yeah, man.
he says, of course everybody knows that Japan has a lot of good records.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So we were talking about that, and I have to tell him I have to go to Japan. I mean, I've been wanting to go, and I'm gonna take a lot of money just for the records.
I think
Just for the record.
Just for the record.
So I think one of the goals we had was like to go to Japan and play out there.
Guys would fucking murder out there.
And working on some of the connects out there, man, to get out there. And I've been fortunate enough to meet like some of the big cats out there that run all the clubs for reggae, because reggae is huge. I mean, every scene out there is huge. Like they do it big, bro. Whatever it is, they go 100%. And I love going out there to the reggae clubs. I mean, there's a guy who he's got this club. It's called Reggae Club Open, and it's Reggae Club Open because this guy every 7 days a week he's got this place open, dude, and he's spinning vinyl records or he's got bands, and the shows out there. I mean, they'll start like 7 o'clock, and this guy he keeps it open till 5, 6 in the morning, bro. Like just music, just. And
I'm gonna open up a Japanese bar that says I sell beer. Just make it really obvious like that, like Reggae Club Open.
Yeah, dude. Exactly. But yeah, dude. But
That's how it goes.
Hold on, you want me here? Hold on. Let me hold the burping again. Maybe that was.
Fucking Chris's inner child trying to yell out and shit.
I just gotta be me.
I know. It's like
But I mean, seriously, you're right that you guys would fucking totally murder in Japan. I mean, just the whole lowrider culture there and how they embrace the Latin community over there. It's insane.
Yeah, it's it's huge, man. So hopefully, and hopefully the Clika makes it out there too, man. You guys, I
Bring
think
the Zoom,
we should
homie.
make that
Hey,
a
got
goal.
that little
Make that a
Zoom.
goal.
Yeah, dude.
We're already in the Ukraine.
There you go.
I just fucking replied to some guy in Germany in German.
There you go.
Yeah.
You guys,
Thank you.
You gotta
Use that
Danke.
Google Translate.
You gotta be like,
Danke.
Yeah.
Ich bin Mutter von dieser Scheiße.
You know, it's crazy.
why you crying?
Apple's getting set up better right here.
That's crazy, dude. And you know, it's crazy. It was in the morning for him. We're over here at night. I bet she was barely waking up. It's like, oh shit.
I think they got Schneeberg and beer over there. What the fuck are they doing over there?
Coffee and cocky, dude.
Sweet.
Well,
Okay.
Dub8, you guys are fucking phenomenal. You guys are a fantastic group. I've seen you perform. I've witnessed, the electricity that you guys throw out to the crowd. Your music resonates with everyone that goes to see you, and you guys are awesome. And aside from being phenomenal musicians, you guys are outstanding human beings. So
Thanks, man.
thanks for coming on the show. We appreciate you guys, and we love you guys.
Yeah, thanks for having
Awesome.
us.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Peace be with you.
Yeah,
Oh,
and also
shit.
with you.
And also,
And also with you, I grew up Catholic and shit.
Yeah, make sure you guys stay posted. Dub8 Music. Check us out on social media. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on
MySpace.
we're on Pandora. And we're on YouTube as well. We got a music video titled Tonight. So make sure to check that out. Hit the like button. And big ups to La Clika. You guys are doing awesome. You guys,
Thank you.
made right by us. And we can't wait to have another podcast, hopefully in Ukraine or Germany.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
La Clika Podcast.